This is Mr. Ed. He's very vocal. Say hello. He'd be famous. He'd be a celebrity. I woke him up. He's kind of mad at me. Sorry, buddy. My name is Jonathan Wolfe. I'm a full-time artist. I've been into art as long as I can remember. I do mostly painting. I do a lot of drawing, sometimes sculpture, animation, but mostly painting. I found the Web3 space through some friends. I remember going on Twitter and just seeing a little bit more of it every day. That was around 2020, early 2020. And yeah, I reached out to some of my friends who were into it, and now I'm here. I would consider myself an artist, but I don't know if I'd consider myself a crypto artist. Like, I just don't want to limit myself to anything. Like, I really enjoy crypto, but it's not everything I do, so I wouldn't call myself just a crypto artist, you know? I think the thing that brings the most joy is when you have an idea in your head, and then after some time, you can execute it to the same level that you have in your head. That's like so fulfilling to have an idea and then be able to see it in real life. My process is it usually starts with a drawing. I do a lot of drawing. And then from there, I'll take those drawings and kind of figure out which ones I think would look good as a painting. And then, yeah, the paintings I do are mostly acrylic on wood panels. And then they're pretty small, usually around, 8 by 10 inches. And then from there, sometimes I'll take photos of those paintings and then animate them digitally further. But yeah, having an idea for something and then seeing it realized in the real world is really satisfying. That's probably my favorite part of the process is executing that idea. I'm showing some work in my town here. It's been really interesting. That's like the first time I've shown in a gallery at that level. Usually it's like a group show where it's just one or two pieces. This is also a group show, but I made a whole body of work for it. I made 8 pieces. It was really interesting to make a body of work like that. That was really intentional. I find with social media, it's so easy just to make one-off pieces and then you don't really look at them as a group. So I thought that was really useful. Lately, I've just been really interested in painting photos that I took myself. Before I wouldn't really care. If I found something on Instagram that I thought was funny, I would still draw it. But now I'm being a lot more intentional. I just want to capture moments in my life. Maybe it was funny with this show that I'm in right now. I was like planning out the drawings of the paintings I wanted to do. And like 5 of them were like cat drawings. And I was like, okay, we can have one cat painting in this show. So it is kind of funny, like documenting my life, but half the photos I take are just of my cat. I think I'm really inspired by light. I love how like shadows are different colors at different times of the day. Most of the references I've been using lately are just inspired by like interesting uses of color. I love the idea of like capturing the sunset in a way where like when you're capturing the sunset in a painting, it's like this fleeting moment, but with painting, it's so physical. And I find that really satisfying. So that's kind of been a big inspiration is just capturing different colors. It's also been really challenging for me, just learning how to use these bright colors in my work, but not have it be too busy. I really enjoy using neon paint in my work, but like maybe you wouldn't know it's neon, but it's definitely like a bit brighter. So that's been like the main inspiration is just to play around with different colors and lighting. So I just finished up the show. I'm like just done my little break. So I've just been back in the studio recently, kind of just working on personal work, doing a lot of drawing right now. And then pretty soon here, I want to get back into minting a couple more NFTs. I want to get back into one-on-ones. That's kind of all I have planned so far. It's definitely a lot of free mints right now, but I think there's a good audience for one-on-ones, like especially on Super Rare. It seems like that's a good spot for right now. I love them. I think if I said anything else about them, it would be kind of disrespectful in a way because they've offered me a lot of freedom in my career. So to say I don't like them would just not be true. It's interesting to see where they're at now. I definitely think we're like in a bit of a low point, but I don't think it's like over. I've been at this for about 4 years now, so it's interesting to see the different waves. That's why I wouldn't consider myself a crypto artist though, because it's like I love crypto and NFTs, but I also love showing in a gallery and stuff like that. So I'm still invested, but it doesn't have to be my main investment right now. I think I'm a pretty simple guy. I don't like do a ton of traveling or anything like that. I'm just like happy to make work full time. Like it is still amazing to me that I can be an artist full time. So I'm just grateful for that. I think that's like a good part about being an artist is you can decide your time. I wake up and sleep through my meetings, and then I usually go to my studio around noon. And then, yeah, I try to paint for about 6 hours a day. And then after that, usually I'll have a bunch of sketches and I'll bring those home and I'll kind of scan them or just upload them to my iPad and figure out how I can make those into paintings. I usually, after I'm done painting, I'll come home, do the sketches, and then do any sort of digital work or like website admin stuff. So yeah, it's mostly painting, but some sort of digital aspect there too. I really like to bike. I have a garden I like to maintain. That's been a lot of fun. That's like my new hobby. It's mostly just biking, being outside, just enjoying the summer. Yeah, just a lot of art. It kind of consumes my life, to be honest. I am like very grateful that the thing that I get to do is the thing that I love the most. So it's easy to do a lot of work when, it's the thing that I love. Oh, it gives me chills. That's so emotional. I think an artist that I've been really interested in recently is B. Kleban. He did all these like kitschy cat drawings in the 90s, and then they've been like, there's a million, they like really took his work and made like a million different products with it. I don't know if he was like down with it or this was like posthumous or something, but there's like t-shirts, there's mugs, there's like pencil cases, and it's really interesting to see how he monetized his work. It's like so prevalent, and I just find that really interesting. Like the scale in which he was able to like put his stuff out there is really interesting. But besides that, first of all, I love the work. He does these really funny drawings of cats that are very, I think they're a good depiction of like what it's like to own a cat, which I think is really honest and fun. Yeah, it's just interesting to see how he was able to take his work and then expand it past just a drawing to different mediums in that way. I think ideally it would have a balance between gallery work and, commercial stuff. I never just want to be one thing. I like the idea of having complete freedom with my work in that way. Maybe not make my work into a product as much as, B. Kleban did. Like his stuff is everywhere. But I enjoy that side of the artwork too. It's really satisfying to create a product and ship it to customers and stuff like that. So I think it's a good balance, like in between. I want to do both of that. Growing up, I always had cats. I had a cat named Beatrice. She was this black and white cat, and we found her on a milk farm. And the company that made the milk was called Beatrice, so we named her after that. And she looked like a little cow. So that was kind of my intro to cats and cows, like my two favorite animals. I had another tabby named Rex when I was younger, and then now I got Eddiie. I've had Eddiie for, I think, 9 years now, 8 or 9 years. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's getting really big. I think he's done growing though. I originally found like a mole on his neck, but it like got a bit bigger, so it wasn't just like a mole. And I got it checked out, and it turned out it was a cancerous tumor, so we had to get it removed. That's probably about 2 years ago now, but he's been doing good. But yeah, recently I actually found another one, so hoping it's nothing bad, but he's getting checked out next week. I love taking a break from painting and then just watching 10 minutes of really dumb cat videos, like cat memes and stuff. But I also really enjoy the videos where it's like, this beaver was abandoned and this woman took care of it. It's like those like heartfelt ones. I find those really fun too. But mostly just really dumb memes of cats. Those are my favorite. I guess I'm in a weird spot because it's not like I make pet content, but like pets are still a big part of my life. So I guess for me, it's like make work that's like authentic to that. If I just posted my cat all day, it wouldn't really make sense. But if I post a drawing of my cat, like that makes a lot more sense to my audience. I saw a mouse. I opened up the app and the first video I saw was someone walking their mouse. And I thought that was really fun. 100% a cat person. I'll say it. I love dogs, but always been a cat person. I've never had a dog, but Not to be rude, but I don't really plan to. I just like cats too much, you know. Maybe one day if I have a lot of land, I'll get a cow. But in my apartment right now, no good. I will say this, I really enjoy the app because like on Instagram, I'll go on the explore page and I'll click a video of a cat and then maybe it'll show me one or two other cat videos. But then all of a sudden I'm watching, you know, something totally different. But I really enjoyed the app for that. It's like you open the app and you know what you're going to see, which is like a good thing. Like I'm not going to be served some weird stuff. It's like, oh, I want to go on the app and watch some like cat videos and relax. Whereas like Instagram, I feel like they like try to pull you in and they'll like show you a couple cat videos and then they'll slowly show you something else, you know? So I really enjoy that with the app. It's like kind of like relaxing in that way. I'm glad we could do this. It's like interesting, like intersection of crypto and like art and NFTs or pets and stuff. Like it's kind of perfect for me. Like I'm like all three of those.